All right, welcome back for another deep dive. We know you guys are really good with relational databases, and you're looking at data governance and stewardship.
Yeah.
It's a smart move, especially for enterprises.
Right.
It's like building a house. You need a solid foundation.
Yeah.
And that's what data governance provides.
That's a great analogy, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So data governance is all about treating data as a valuable asset and managing it effectively across the entire organization.
Across the entire organization.
Yeah. So it's about making sure everyone's on the same page about what the data means and how it can be used.
So it's not just an IT thing.
No, absolutely not. It's a company-wide thing.
Okay.
Without data governance, you end up with what we call data silos, which is where different departments are using the same terms in different ways, and that leads to confusion and errors.
Right.
Imagine trying to build a house where the plumbers and electricians are using different blueprints.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see how that could be chaotic.
It can be, yeah.
So can you give me like a real-world example of this? How does this play out?
Sure. Let's say you're a large retail company. Okay. And your marketing team is analyzing customer data to personalize promotions.
Okay.
But they're using a different definition of active customer than your sales team.
Oh.
This could lead to targeting the wrong people with the wrong offers.
Yeah.
Which is a waste of resources and potential hit to your revenue.
Yeah, that's a costly mistake.
It is.
So how does data governance prevent this kind of mess?
Well, it starts with establishing clear roles and responsibilities.
Okay.
You need a governing body, often called a data governance council, to set policies and standards for data management.
Okay.
And this council usually includes representatives from various business units, not just IT.
Right. So it's not just a tech thing. It's everybody.
Exactly.
All right. So you're saying it's about having a team of people who are accountable for the data, making sure everyone's playing by the same rules.
Precisely. And this is where data stewardship comes in.
Okay.
Data stewards are the folks on the ground, the subject matter experts who ensure the data is accurate, consistent, and used correctly within their respective domains.
Okay, that makes sense. So data governance sets the framework and data stewardship makes it happen.
You got it.
Okay.
Think of data governance as the architect designing the blueprint, and data stewards are the builders making sure the house is constructed according to plan.
All right, so I think we've got a good picture of how those two relate.
Right.
But let's talk about those builders for a minute.
Okay.
What do data stewards actually do on a daily basis?
Well, one of their key responsibilities is defining and documenting business terms in a data glossary.
Oh, okay.
It's like creating a dictionary for the company's data, ensuring everyone understands the meaning of terms like customer or revenue.
Okay.
They also establish data quality rules, which are like building codes to making sure the data is fit for its intended purpose.
Okay, so that sounds like a big responsibility.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that those data stewards are effective?
That's where accountability comes in.
Right.
Each data steward needs to be clearly responsible for a specific data domain. They're the go-to people for any questions, issues, or decisions related to that data.
Right.
This clarity ensures that data problems don't fall through the cracks.
Right.
And that there's always someone owning the solution.
So it's about having a designated expert who's not just managing the data, but responsible for its quality and accuracy.
Exactly.
And that's how you build trust in the data.
Yeah. When people know who to go to for answers and who's ultimately responsible for data quality, they're more likely to use the data with confidence.
Okay, this all makes sense, but I can imagine that implementing these roles and processes can be quite a challenge.
Yes.
Especially in large enterprises with really complex data landscapes.
You're absolutely right.
So how do you even approach that?
It's not a simple task. But the benefits of good data governance and stewardship far outweigh the challenges. Right. When you have high-quality data that everyone trusts and understands, you can make better decisions, improve operational efficiency, and ultimately achieve better business outcomes.
All right, so we're starting to see the big picture here. Data governance sets the rules, data stewards enforce them, and accountability ensures that everybody takes it seriously.
Exactly.
And this is all vital for building a solid data foundation, which, as you said, is crucial for any enterprise that wants to leverage data as a strategic asset.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about the what and the why of data governance and stewardship.
Right.
But now let's get practical.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin with implementing these concepts?
Sure.
It all sounds a bit overwhelming.
It's understandable to feel that way, especially for large enterprises.
Right.
The key is to start strategically. You don't want to try to boil the ocean all at once. I always recommend focusing on a specific business problem or opportunity.
So instead of trying to fix everything at once,
Right.
you pick a specific area where data quality is impacting the business.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's say your company is struggling with inconsistent customer data,
Okay.
leading to problems with marketing campaigns and customer service.
Okay.
That's a perfect starting point for data governance.
Okay. So you've identified a problem area.
Yes.
What's the next step?
You need to assemble a team of data stewards who are experts in that particular domain.
Okay.
These are the folks who understand the data, its sources, and how it's used in business processes.
And I'm guessing this team shouldn't just be IT folks.
No.
You need people from the business side who actually work with the data on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You need a mix of technical expertise and business knowledge to be effective.
Right.
The data stewards will be responsible for defining data quality rules,
Okay.
creating a data glossary for their domain, and working with IT to implement those rules in the systems.
So it's a collaborative effort between the business and IT,
Yes,
with data stewards acting as the bridge between the two.
precisely.
Okay.
And this is where technology can play a crucial role.
Okay.
There are many tools available that can help data stewards manage their responsibilities more efficiently.
You're talking about things like data profiling tools, metadata repositories,
Yes,
and data quality dashboards.
exactly.
Yeah.
Data profiling tools can help identify inconsistencies and anomalies in the data.
Got it.
Metadata repositories provide a centralized location to document data definitions,
Okay.
lineage, and business rules.
Okay.
And data quality dashboards provide visibility into the health of the data,
Okay.
allowing data stewards to track progress and identify areas for improvement.
So these tools are like the data steward's toolbox,
Yeah,
helping them enforce the rules and standards set by the Data Governance Council.
you could say that.
Okay.
But even with the best tools,
Yeah.
the human element is still crucial. Data stewards need to be empowered to make decisions, enforce rules, and advocate for data quality within their respective domains.
So it's not just about having the right tools.
Right.
It's about having the right people and the right culture.
Absolutely.
So-
Data governance and stewardship require a cultural shift within the organization.
Right.
Everyone needs to understand the importance of data quality
Yeah.
and be willing to take ownership of the data they work with.
And how do you foster that kind of data-driven culture?
Well, it starts with communication.
Okay.
You need to clearly articulate the benefits of data governance and stewardship to all levels of the organization.
Okay.
Explain how it will improve decision-making, reduce costs, and increase efficiency.
And I imagine it's also about celebrating successes,
Yes.
recognizing the contributions of data stewards,
Uh-huh.
and making data quality a key performance indicator.
Exactly.
Okay.
You need to create a positive feedback loop where people see the value of their efforts
Right.
and are motivated to continue improving data quality.
This all makes a lot of sense.
Good.
But let's be realistic.
Sure.
There are always challenges when implementing any new initiative,
Right.
especially something as complex as data governance and stewardship.
Yeah.
What are some of the common pitfalls that organizations should be aware of?
One of the biggest mistakes is trying to do too much too soon.
Okay.
Remember, it's a journey, not a sprint.
So start small, focus on a specific area, and build momentum from there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another common pitfall is not getting enough buy-in from the business side.
Okay.
Data governance and stewardship can't be driven solely by IT.
Right.
It needs strong support from the business leaders who own and use the data.
And that probably goes back to the communication piece we discussed earlier.
Yes.
Making sure everyone understands the value and benefits of these initiatives, not just the IT folks.
Right.
Okay.
And finally, many companies underestimate the ongoing effort required to maintain a successful data governance and stewardship program.
Okay.
It's not a one-time project.
Right.
It's a continuous process of improvement and adaptation.
So you need to build in mechanisms for monitoring, feedback, and adjustments along the way.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Data governance and stewardship are living, breathing initiatives that need to evolve with your organization's needs.
Right.
And that's exactly what we'll delve into in the final part of our deep dive.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into data governance and stewardship. We've covered a lot of ground, from understanding the basics to practical implementation. Now let's talk about the long game. How do you make sure these initiatives don't just become another forgotten project?
That's a great question. The key is to make data governance and stewardship part of the company's DNA. It needs to be embedded in the culture, not just a set of rules and procedures.
So how do you create this data-driven culture? That sounds like a pretty big shift.
Yeah, it's not something that happens overnight. It requires a sustained effort from leadership, clear communication, and a focus on continuous improvement. One effective strategy is to integrate data governance and stewardship into existing processes and systems.
So instead of creating a whole new set of procedures, you weave it into the way people already work.
Exactly. For example, if your company has a project management methodology, make sure data-related activities are included in each phase. Require data stewards to sign off on data definitions and quality checks before a project moves forward.
That makes sense. It's about making data governance and stewardship a natural part of the workflow, not an afterthought.
Right. Another important aspect is measurement and monitoring. You need to establish clear metrics that track the effectiveness of your data governance and stewardship program.
So you're talking about things like data quality improvements, reduction in data errors, and increased usage of the data.
Exactly. By tracking these metrics, you can demonstrate the value of these initiatives to the business and identify areas for further improvement.
And I imagine communication plays a crucial role here as well.
Absolutely. You need to keep everyone informed about the progress being made, the challenges you're facing, and the overall impact of data governance and stewardship.
So it's about celebrating successes, sharing lessons learned, and keeping the momentum going.
Precisely. And don't forget about recognizing the contributions of data stewards. They are the unsung heroes of data quality, and their efforts should be acknowledged and rewarded.
It sounds like creating a data-driven culture is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
That's right. It's about continuously learning, adapting, and improving. And as the data landscape continues to evolve, so too must our approaches to data governance and stewardship.
This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. We've learned about the importance of data governance and stewardship, the roles and responsibilities involved, and the steps to create a data-driven culture. I'm sure our listeners are feeling much more equipped to tackle these challenges in their own organizations.
I hope so. Remember, good data governance and stewardship are essential for any organization that wants to leverage data as a strategic asset. And with the right approach and a commitment to continuous improvement, you can transform your data from a liability into a valuable source of insights and competitive advantage.
Well said. So that brings us to the end of our deep dive into data governance and stewardship. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.